You're welcome to the demonstration of the Bumble Formula, which is my the data science project that I ventured in collaboration with two other people. So it's meant to the purpose of this project is meant to solve the loneliness epidemic that is happening now and the sharp decline in the marriage rates among young people nowadays. So it we took the approach of attempting to predict the different behaviors of women on the dating app, Bumble specifically, by taking into consideration the publicly available data such as their age, the number of lines, number of pictures, number of lines in a bio, height, physical activity, education, drinking, smoking, whether she wants children, have kids, politics, news, the number of missing information on our entire profile, our general profile, number of missing information only on our profile without considering a bio, number of missing information on the bio, number of missing information on what she's looking for, number of missing information on the course, number of missing information on what she's her interest, number of missing information on the looking course and the bio. So these are the features that the AI actually takes in, uses to make prediction on what behavior she will most likely fall into. From here we can see, look at all the features we just mentioned right now: age, number of a picture, number of lines, height. These are the publicly available information on our profile that anyone can actually see on creating a profile. No personally identifiable information were used, and these are the different categories of women that are actually named here according to how it was in the training data, not named according to how frequent or how abundant the classes are. So right now I'm going to give a very brief description of the different classes of women, from the most abundant to the least abundant. The most abundant is ghoster, followed by ansita, followed by friend zona, followed by bold gold, shy gold, FWB, paranoid, non-giver, unfriendly, seem serious, gamer, claim serious, serious, the HK, and then the business. So the business is the least abundant. Only 5 women fell into it, while the ghoster, over 140 fell into that category. So the rest just keep reducing. This was the Man City was about 46 or thereabouts, keep reducing. So we can see that there's a serious class imbalance here in the different classes of women. So how we solved this issue was to use synthetic data, and we use the adaptive synthetic method called the Anderson. So the Anderson tries to add more synthetic data points into our data set, and also ensure that it's similar. The characteristics of this synthetic data is similar to the real data that already exists there. So whatever variation that already exists in the real data will still be maintained in the synthetic data. So even though they are going to roughly be the same number of samples for each classification, it's still going to capture the same variation in their data itself. So the rate of prediction is still going to be higher for the majority class, even though the number of samples are going to be equal because of the synthetic data that was added to it. So it's not because we smoothened out the occurrence of all of the different classes of women. That does not mean that we're going to have an equal probability for all of the occurrence. No, there's much more. It's much more complicated than that. So right now, this actually, the approach that we are taking right now is to taking all the physical available information on the profile. After taking that, the AI is going to make a prediction based on all this information that has been provided. So right now we're going to actually demonstrate it making a prediction on one of the profile that's in front of me here. So this profile that's in front of me, let's start making our prediction. Classification. So the age of this person is 24. The number of a picture is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. The number of bio lines is 1, 2, 2. Our height is 160. 160. So we scroll down to 160. Our physical activity is almost never. Graduate degree. Drinking is rarely. Smoking is no. Wanting children, yeah, she wants, she doesn't have. Political view is apolitical. So we are lucky enough that most of the informations were provided on our profile. Origin unknown, location is known, occupation is actually written there. Height is there too. Physical activity, yes. Education, yes. Drinking and smoking are present. Wanting and having children is there. Star sign is there. Politics. So most of the information are actually filled up, yes. And this will actually give the AI working behind clues on what class to place her. What she's looking for, the first option is there. The second option is not there exactly. So you can see that not all informations are being provided. As a matter of fact, most of the profiles, they have a lot of missing data there, although there is a pattern in which the missing data presents itself. Some women tend to exclude some information in favor of other information, while some include some other information in favor of some information. So these different variation and the class they fall under is what the AI will be using to actually get a clue on what class to place them. So based on how scanty their profile is and based on the specific information that they chose to exclude from their profile, the AI can use that to predict what class they belong to. So the second looking for was not there, so we pick name. The three values are there, 1, 2, 3. The course, yeah, the courses are there, 1, 2, 3. The interest, yes, up to 3 interests are there. Now you can see the value that we got. We got Go Star 65.2% and Ancestor at 34.7%. What this means is that the profile of the person we're looking at right now has a 65% similarity to other people that were Go Stars according to the training data we have, and it also has a 34% similarity to people that were Ancestor. So whoever sees this will know that it's either she's a ghoster or she's an ant-sitter, based on how we have actually described all the different categories of women. Okay, so now let me describe the different categories of women and what they actually mean. So the ghosters are people who will actually ghost your message for at least 7 days. That is, they are not going to respond to you for 7 days. The ant-sitters, they are the people who prefer their men pursuing them and proving his love to them by him doing most of the things in the relationship. White with friend zoners are the women who insist that on a dating app for platonic friendship and nothing more than that. The bold gold are the women who are not shy to say that they want and or expect financial support from their men. Shy gold are those that are shy to say that they want to, but they eventually say it when being probed. While FWB is the friends with benefit are women who are on the app for non-committed sexual relationship. The paranoid are women who insist on not saying what their expectations in a relationship are, indicating that saying that men will act that way just to get what they want and then go back to their original self. The non-givers are women who do not actually know what they are giving back in a relationship, or they simply say they're giving back nothing, or they're giving back themselves, or say something that is not really specific. While the unfriendly are those women who are rude, unprovoked, or they were giving cold, unreciprocated response to asking after them on the app and how they are doing 2 consecutive times. While the seamstress are women who answer all the questions and do not fall under answer based on their answer to the question, but are actually answer in disguise based on their nonchalant attitude outside the app. The gamers are women who insist on not saying what they are looking for on the app. They dodge the question or they throw it back at the guy without answering it. While the claim serious are the women who claim to be on the app for something serious, but then they get cranky or angry when being asked relevant relationship questions, citing that they are not on the app for interviews. Then the serious are the women who are actually serious about both on and off the app. They initiate conversations on their own and they are actually genuinely interested in knowing the guy. Why the HK are simply the sex workers known as hookup, and then the business that the women want on the app looking to find clients that will patronize their business. So these are the different the 15 different classes of women and their brief description. So right now, we actually plan on improving this model by taking different approach. The first approach is to actually collect more data so that we can actually capture more variation in the different classes of women, because some of the classes have just five, while some have over 140. So there might still be some variation in the different classes of women that is not yet captured by the original data set that was used to train this data, this AI machine learning model specifically. And then we need to do some we another approach is to do some feature selection that would capture the maximum variation with the minimum feature, following the Occam's razor principle, so as to improve its real life test accuracy. So so far so good. The features according to their importance, before I broke up the news, the height was the most important, followed by the news, followed by the age, then number of bio lines, number of pictures, politics, one children, education, have kids, physical activity, drinking and smoking. So these were the order of the important feature. So for the first model, we what we plan to do is to break this AI into multiple models that will be making predictions in the background. The first model is going to be making prediction based on the top five feature, the first five most important feature. The second model is going to be using the next five most important feature, while the third model will use the remaining feature to make the prediction. So the combination of all this prediction is what will be outputted to the user as the prediction. So the first model is going to be the first prediction. The second model is going to give us the second prediction, and if it's the same as the first prediction, it's going to be two times. It's going to be like a validation of that first model's prediction, while the third model prediction will be the third prediction, or if it's similar to the second one, it will be the validation for the second prediction, or if it's similar to the first one, it will be a validation to the first prediction. And if there are just two same prediction and one different one, the ones that got the highest vote will be the first prediction, and the one that just one will just be the second prediction for the individual. So this is just to prevent stereotyping individuals and let the users realize that actually predicting women's behavior can be a very complicated endeavor. It's not very straightforward, and they should be open to the possibility of it getting it wrong, and giving women the benefit of the doubt, and letting them actually allowing them the chance to show who they are and not completely rely on this AI. So this AI is just to guide them and to reduce expectations and to actually prepare them for what may come based on calculations. So I hope you enjoy the presentation of my model, and I'll see you again in my next model. Do have a wonderful day.